Legendary member of the Minnesota Vikings 1970s defense, the Purple People Eaters, Jim Marshall has sadly passed away. And he was in my top 10 Vikings of all time list. The dude was awesome. The Vikings just have always had great defensive linemen. Alan Page, him, John Randall, the list goes on. Even the recent guys. I mean, Danielle Hunter, Everson Griffin. I get it, those guys aren't Hall of Fame guys, but those guys were awesome. Jared Allen, Kevin Williams. The Vikings just always have a really good defensive line, and we're starting to see that again. You have Van Ginkel, Grenard. They did have Patrick Jones. He leaves, obviously, but guess what? They have Javon Hargrave and Jonathan Allen now. When I made my top 10 Vikings list, I just assumed Jim Marshall was in the Hall of Fame. He's not, and that's criminal. Let's look at it. All right, this guy played 270 straight games with one team. Consecutive starts. That tied with Brett Favre. And this was a day in the 60s and 70s where you were just in a car crash all the time. Like, there was no padding at all. The numbers, like, they're still pretty darn good. Like, 130 and a half sacks, like, that's Hall of Fame-esque. For those of you that don't know this guy's story, he left college early because he needed money badly. He had to go play in the CFL, eventually made his way to the Vikings, and was just a key member. Now, did this Vikings team ever win the Super Bowl? No. They weren't the best against the run. Franco Harris ran all over them, but multiple Super Bowl appearances. There's no reason why this guy should not get in. Especially after we had that, like, centennial class where they just let anybody in. Jim Marshall needs to be in. And while we're at it, a couple of Steelers defensive players also need to be in. L.C. Greenwood, defensive lineman, part of the Steel Curtain. Andy Russell, a linebacker that actually predated Chuck Noll, hung around and was just amazing. He had like 9 Pro Bowls. There's some people in the 70s that still need to be in the Hall of Fame. That's 50 plus years ago. And we're debating right now if Julian Edelman is a Hall of Famer. No. Not if Jim Marshall's not. Jim Marshall, get him into Canton. It's a shame that he wasn't inducted when he was alive, because that's something that he should have been able to enjoy with his family. It's not going to right the wrong, but he should still go in.